so hard, motherfuckers wanna find me.
I'ma start a ride, I'ma start a ride.
What's up, y'all? Team FTS. We're here with our post-regional video. We got Jet and Tomas. Both got invites. Kelsey did also. He's KO'd. Watch his Mermo video. He tells you about how that went. And I'm Aaron, the cameraman.
Hey, Aaron.
And how y'all doing? Alright, which one do you want to go first?
Jet can go first.
Alright, Jet, you played Spellbooks.
Yeah, I played Spellbooks.
That's not too happy.
It's like 4 in the morning. No, I'm actually very happy of how my deck played. Lately at locals, it's been kind of, but like it really pulled through it. At regionals, like I gotta say, it was drawing pretty good. Even when it wasn't drawing well, like I played the grind game, and like honestly, I can thank playing with like control decks before for helping me with the grind game. So it was pretty fun. Like round 1, I played against Windups, and that was actually the grindiest game because I didn't see any of my combo cards or my key pieces or anything. Like I had Kaiku because they do banish from the graveyard a lot, and I just had to keep like pretty much beating it or trying to attack over a Windup rabbit, and he kept getting searches over and over. And it was just a good thing that anytime he tried to make a move, I just either I used Fate to flip it face down. But I never really did see into Judgment, Secrets, or Magician. Even when I saw Magician, I didn't have any other real spells I could use. But that was a pretty grindy game, but I ended up coming out. I think we went to game 3 just because... No, actually no, we didn't go to game 3. Wait, did we? No, we didn't go to game 3. I beat him. 2 of them. Next round, I played Dragons. I lost this round, but he main deck lockdown, and he dropped Lad and deck lockdown on me. I could only really get rid of the Lad. I had to I dark hold and I chain Karma Cut so that Lad couldn't respond, and then it got banished. But deck lockdown was still there, and I couldn't get rid of it, so that slowed me down too much. I had no choice. So yeah, but we went to game 3 on that one, but still, yep. Oh yeah, no, game 1, I didn't see a single card he played, so I didn't know what to side, so I sided like Decree and like just like average stuff, you know, nothing game determining. So he didn't even side any traps. He sided in like Last Days of the Witch, another deck lockdown, stuff like that. So it was gay. Round 4, I played against Bujin. I think that was.
You skipped around.
Yeah, I did skip. It's round 3. Oh, I played against Dragon Plants. I opened up God. I'm not gonna lie. I opened up so well against them. I pretty much game 1, I Kaiku Jowgened him with this. All I had was Secrets and Judgments, but that's like everything in the deck from that point on. But I had Secrets and Judgments, and then like game 2, when sided, he had normal summoned Lonefire and got out Dandelion. I had Magician, D-Fissure, Judgment, Secrets, Master, and I drew into Karma Cut. So I was just like, it's a pretty good hand. It's a pretty good hand. So I normal summoned Magician, grabbed Power, played Judgment, activated D-Fissure, activated activated Power, and ran over Dandelion. Dandelion got no tokens, and I just pretty much just made my board from there. So yeah, it was pretty fun. That was pretty cool.
People that can't do anything, that's fun.
It is.
Horrible.
I OTK small children all the time. The only reason I go to locals. No, I'm just joking. Round 4, Bujin. I played against Bujin. He was real cool. He was a nice guy. I forgot his name. I didn't write down anyone's names. I know it's kind of rude.
He's a nice guy. I don't know him, but he's a nice guy.
He was a nice guy. He was cool. It was a brosif. I 2-0'd him though because Fate doesn't target. I flipped Yamato face down and just attacked into it. Anytime he had a trap, I just had Wisdom. That's pretty much it. I didn't even open up True Broken. Round 5, I played against Kelsey, and I won. He's a sweep. I opened up heavy to his Iron Wall, so that's probably that's how I won pretty much. Game 2, he won game 2 because I opened up a bunch of spells, but no way to get recovery from it. In fact, I opened up no spell books, but I opened up D-Fissure, Dark Hole, Heavy Storm, and like that was pretty much it. Nothing else. Nothing. That's only the key cards worth mentioning. Everything else I couldn't use really. So that's what happened with that. But game 3 I opened up. I heavied his Iron Wall, and that's how I won. Round 6 I played against Dragons, who main deck Emptiness. So yeah, I lost a dice roll, and he 2-0'd me because he in the decided match he flipped DNA Surgery and Skill Drain at the same damn time, and I was just kind of upset over that. And then yeah, that's how he won. And in round 7 I played against Mecha Machina Phantom Beast. That's
Oh,
what
I played that guy.
Yeah, I know. Mecha Machina Phantom Beast. I 2-0'd him too, but he this is the guy. This is one I was actually kind of messing around with this time because I kind of had it. I'm not gonna lie. So I kept using Jowgen to flip my. I kept using Tsukiyomi to flip my Jowgen face down, and summoning like a bunch of shit, and then flipping it back face up, and then just attacking and attacking and attacking. And I did that both games. And round 8, I played against a dragon guy. I won game 1. Game 2, he dropped. I won game 1 because of Karma Cut, and because of the trick Aaron taught me with Book of Moon. Pretty much, I know it's not a magician, and he Veilored, and I booked it, so I still got my search. Thank you, Aaron. And he was just like, put that back in your hand. And I was just like, no. And I drew, and I searched my card. Then I also won because of Karma Cut, so I managed to establish a board and still have Karma Cut set. And I believe he got rid of my. I believe next turn I went off and Karma Cut saved me because he managed to normal summon. Somehow he managed to normal summon Horus and was just like this close to hitting my Jowgen. He main decked Horus. Anyways, game 2 he actually got Horus off, but I defissured up so he couldn't use its effect, but he deck debied me. Alright, game 3. Pretty much game 3, it was really grinding for both of us. Our hands were both terrible, but I had Priestess and I had 3 cards in hand, and I won. I ended up winning because of Priestess. I ended up qualifying because of Priestess. Like, I'm not gonna lie, Priestess saved me. Like, I don't know what I'd done if I didn't run it. But I dropped it, and he summoned Horus, declared an attack. Yeah, funny story. I was running on no hours of sleep, so he chained Book of Moon, and I chained Fate for some reason to flip my guy back up. But the way it resolves is he'll stay face down. So I just wisdomed it and it ran into it, and then I top deck Haiku, and I just won from there pretty much. So that's how that went.
Wait, you have to tell the climax of 30th place.
Oh yeah, that sucked. Forgot about that. Okay, so last round, we were waiting for a long time, and we were all of us were 6'2", me, Kelsey, and Thomas, and they posted it. They both qualified, and I got 30th place. They were up ahead of me by almost
15 spots.
15 spots, yeah. They were up ahead of me by 15 spots, and there was no way that could have been my score. And Katie had mentioned to me that her friend was 1 place ahead of me, but he was 6'3", and that made no sense to me. Absolutely no sense. I went to go tell the judge. I was upset. Like, Aaron can tell you, I was upset.
He was raging.
Yeah, I heard him.
Yeah, I was upset because it was just like, I played so well, and I was 6'2", and like, it was probably some of the best playing I've done in a long time, and my deck, I don't know, it was just like, big lead, you know what I mean? All that big lead up to nothing.
Yeah.
Like, and 30th place for real out of like, and like everyone else got like
almost 200.
Yeah, everyone else got like qualified, and I was just like, whatever. And so I went to go tell the judges, and they checked with the slips, and one of the judges, in fact, it was the judges that was talking to me and Kelsey, being all judgy. He was being a judge. Like, you're not supposed to do that. Also, you're not supposed to have a card in your calculator if you go to a high-end event. We know. Also, you could have flipped Imperial Iron Wall to change his fate. I just said that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just trying to be a judge. He was just trying to be like a judge. But yeah, he ended up marking me as a loss because he put an X over my name. And then they must have thought and then they turned it in and they thought I lost or something like that. So they put a check over the other guy's name, a red check. I saw it was a red check and a black X. So they must have thought I lost. So and then what happened is I went 6'2", I ended up placing 15th. That's what I placed. So I ended up qualifying
No.
after I
What was
clarified.
cool about that is that the guy.
The guy actually played. He was just like, he went up there on his own too. I didn't even have to find him. He was just like, he saw that I was talking to the judge about discrepancies, and he was probably wondering why he placed 15th or he placed 14th. You know what I mean? So yeah, he's probably wondering about that. And then he was just like, oh yeah, he won. He won straight up. So they didn't. He's like, I had to go find the judge that found it, and he's like, I played him. And he's like, oh yeah, he won. And I was like, oh, that's even better. And I ended up, they ended up fixing it. I ended up 15th, and they never printed me a new list with my name being 15th.
This fool interrupted me and shit. Like, damn.
Thank you, Thomas. Anyways, yeah, that was my regionals experience. That's probably the best I've done, and I'm very, very happy to be, very excited and happy to qualify. Like, for real.
For real. All right, Thomas.
This shit is real.
Alright. And,
Real. Thank you,
Alright.
Thomas.
No, this regional was honestly my first regional ever. My very first regional. And I mean, I was pretty psyched about it, pretty happy. I mean, I was going on like 30 plus hours of no sleep, so I was like, you know, fuck it. I ain't even nervous. I'm just ready to play. And so, I mean, I didn't expect to do as good as I did. And I'm really happy I did. It just really boosted my confidence as a player. Because I mean, like I've always been told I'm a good player, but I've never really like had anything like to back up my history. So this is really good. My first matchup was playing Lavels, and oddly enough, game one he wins the dice roll and he resolves Quasar and Library and passes turn to me, and he heavily misplayed. Like I rejuvenation debated out, he let it happen, and I was like, all right, and I dropped baby big one, and he let those resolve. So that was already 4 rejuvenation. And then I went to Dragosac to pop it. Oh no, I went to Dragosac, I said, is that good? He goes, yeah. I said, declare effect to produce tokens. He goes, that's good. And I was like, wow, okay. So he let that go through. And that's like effect to destroy. Quasar, he goes, oh, negate and destroy. And I'm like, isn't destroy my Dragosac as a token? He was arguing with me about it. So I had to call a judge over, and the judge said that it was good. So I distributed it to Redox, and I banished you for title, and I big-eyed the Quasar. And then...
He took that nigga Quasar.
He took that nigga's Quasar.
So mean.
No.
So
that's like, damn. For real.
But I mean, like he was like the same guy though. He was being accused of stacking, because even though he summoned one Quasar on me in my duel, the rest of his sessions he was double Quasaring everybody turn 0, turn 1. So I believe in the end he got DQ'd, and I don't know what happened. I don't know if he got banned from Konami sanctioned events or what. I'm not gonna say he wasn't. I'm not gonna say that he was, because I mean it was shady, but I'm not even gonna get into that. I still 2-vote him.
I still took that nigga Quasar. Stack as much as you want, you still couldn't stop me.
Exactly.
He got a Quasar without even playing junk.
Yeah,
I just gotta say that. He had a Quasar on his side of the board without even playing junk.
I know. I felt so happy. I was like, I'm playing dragons now. But like, and then like, I don't know.
I'm really playing dragons.
It was just funny because like after I beat him, he was beating everybody else. I mean, what was it? Joe kept on being like, yeah, the one guy, the stack guy, the one person they lost to was you. I'm like, yeah. But anyways, my second matchup, my second matchup was Spellbooks, and I was really like, damn, out the gate, my hardest matchup. But I mean, he had misplayed. I can't even remember the misplay. I just remember I saw it and I was like,
this nigga misplayed.
I know. I was like, damn, bro. I'm like, Jetwell, I never let that shit happen. And so, I ended up 2-0ing him, like just easily 2-0'd him. My third matchup was Spellbooks again. And the first, I summoned Dragosac Lad, and I mean that first game was really grindy. He somehow resolved World later on, and I still beat him. Then game 2, he opens up the nuts, and I have Lad, Effect Veiler, double Eradicator, and double Rejuvenation in my hand. And after like 2 turns, he had resolved Kaiku Jowgen, and I was like, all right, you gotta go. Let's go to game 3. And then game 3 opens up, and I'm like, all right. I open up my hand, and I see Tidal, Tempest, and Eradicator. I'm like, all right, this is fucking looking good. Then I draw Effect Veiler, Book of Moon, and Super Rejuvenation. And I was like, are you kidding me? So I had no other play. I just set the Book of Moon and passed. And he opened up Nutty. And it was just ridiculous how Nutty he opened up. Like, he opened up just these straight nuts again. And then at that point, I just had to scoop. Because he opened Magician, I Veilered it, and he tried to resolve. He activated Judgment. And I chained Book of Moon to it, so that way he couldn't resolve Masters, because then we had Masters in hand. Yeah. And so my turn, I get another Tempest, and I pitch Tempest to grab a baby, and then he flips Soul Drain. So at that point, because at that point I would have had my Eradicator play, but because of Soul Drain, I couldn't do anything. And then next turn, he resolved everything he needed, and I was like, all right, you got it. So, I mean, I'm not gonna blame him on a shitty hand. He was a good spellbook player. Don't get me wrong. It was just I opened up poor, and that's gonna happen. So that was my first game loss. And then round 4, I played Gravekeeper against this really depressing girl. Like it was retarded.
But she had big tits.
So she very much did.
I say it in such a disrespectful manner because I heard she does porn. So anyway, continue.
That shit ain't no.
No,
That shit ain't
that
no.
isn't
lie.
that isn't a rumor.
But as in, I heard. I mean, she absolutely does. So
Yeah.
continue.
But, you know, I mean, like she was playing Gravekeepers. I mean, she was just a like I don't know.
Sorry, I looked this shit up.
Albright has it on his iPod. Anyway,
Go ahead.
continue.
So, I mean, I played her and I was like, damn, Gravekeepers, what the fuck? Necro Valley I put in work, but in the end I still 2-0'd, so I wasn't really scared about that. Game 5, I had to play the Mirror, matter of fact. And the odd part was that me and him go to start our game, and then we both got randomly deck checked. And I still think this is bullshit, but apparently we both had something wrong with our forms, which is bullshit because the judge told me that I had not had Red Dragon Archfiend written down on the paper, even though when I counted it out it was 15, and everybody else on my team checked before we did it, and it was 15 cards, including every card in my extra deck. I didn't argue it because we were already like 15-20 minutes into time. And then the gentleman I was playing, really cool guy also, he had 2 Gem Knight Pearls in the extra deck, making his extra deck 16, but he honestly God didn't know about it.
I have a question.
What?
He ran dragons and had 2 Gem Knight Pearls.
In his extra deck, he didn't know.
Oh, he didn't know. Okay.
Yeah, he know.
I was just like, why?
No, he didn't know he had a second one. He said he had actually been missing the second one. And I mean, I'm gonna leave it because the dude was really cool, you know. And then on top of that, we had dice roll before they took the decks, and he let me go first in the game. But the point is that we both received a game loss, and our one game was
You know he was fun.
our one game was immediately game 3. So I mean, game 3, I literally beat him with React and Entitle. Like the majority of the time, I'm not going to explain that one because that was a long ass game. Game 5, I had to play some weird ass E-Dragon Tefnuit type deal. So I mean, I guess I can say I played half the Mirror with a splash of Chris Davis, and so.
It was a 2-way mirror. You know, it was like mirror on one side.
No,
Half
like,
mirror.
like I won the dice roll and I just resolved Draco Cyclad and I had emptiness. I drew nuts. And then second game, I drew pretty good too, but he went first and I dropped Maxi after he resolved Tefnuit, and he took the Maxi challenge and his autumn got Veilered.
You don't do that
then-
against. When you're playing Heretics, just don't take the Maxi challenge. That's my advice to anyone playing Heretics.
No, but he took the Maxi challenge, and by then I had plus so much it was you know what I mean? Like he had set 2 back row, I had heavy because I had already drawn like massive off of him
Do
already.
you know how much he drew off the heretic loop thing?
It ain't beating my record. I took the Maxi challenge. He drew 27. What's up?
I drew.
Karakuri OTK, people. Karakuri OTK.
Yeah.
I trust me, I drew enough.
Hilarious.
And I mean, but I 2-0'd him, and then what was it? My next matchup afterwards, I played Samuel Jones
Oh, Sam.
in the Mirror, and I mean, he is a fucking phenomenal player. Fucking phenomenal. I did not know who. I did not know who this nigga was until after the match. But the first match, I mean, but he was pretty, you know, just stone cold. But he was a nice guy afterwards. I was like, damn, he was a really cool dude. But I mean, game 1, he summoned something I had not seen all day. He resolved 3, redrew for 6, and summoned Simon the Moral Leader. Not the rank 6, the rank 7, the Chaos Exceed one. And I literally had to go Dragosack Armory Arm to get rid of that thing. And then, but he took game 1 because he had just plussed out so much, and I had lost tempo because my hand did not match his. And then game 2 was a decided match, and I mean he had deck devied me halfway through, and I was like, what the fuck? But I mean he deck devied me, but it was grindy, and I still got it. And then game 3 happened, so I took him to game 3, and then game 3 was grindy too. But I mean in the end, my plays were limited, and Colossal Fighter Simon. I was like, what the hell? And I didn't have an out to it. I mean, I probably misplayed once or twice through the way. I'm not gonna lie, but I mean, I felt that I can't recall it, and I thought I played solid against him. He was just a better player. I'm not gonna lie, you know. And I thanked him, you know, for the opportunity and, you know, whatever. And my last matchup after that was another mirror match, and I had seen the dude play before, and I'm like, I just got done playing a real ass nigga. I'm like, you were not gonna beat me. Like,
Funny.
I sat down and it was no jokes and no games. I 2-0'd him.
No jokes, no game. I just played a real nigga. You was not as good as him. Fuck you.
Nope, I straight up. That's what I thought too. I was like, this is not a game right now. I said I am going X2. So I ended up 2-0ing him, and then hereafter, you know, I was really pumped. I was really happy. I was really excited. You know, everyone was like, oh man, you know, it's your first regional. You know, damn, you did really well.
He did extremely well his first regional. Are you kidding me?
I ended up placing 11th in the event, placed 11th place, and of course that ended up getting me my nationals invite.
Very nice, sir.
Yeah.
Any last things before we end this video?
Oh wait, hold on. One more thing. The mirror match that I played, my last match when I took out that dude, game 2, midway game 2, I had Drago Sack with an armor attached to it and Blaster, and I had punched over I think his Colossal Fighter and beat him with Blaster for 28. So he had already taken a shit ton, and then he goes and he had a pretty good hand, but he didn't have Rejuve to follow up. So he wasted his hand on getting a Drago Sack and a Big Eye. I took my Drago Sack, attacked over my Blaster, and attacked for 26.
You don't summon Big Eyes
don't
with
summon
no
Big Eye.
protection.
No, it gets better. It gets better. So, and then he passes. I'm like, okay, that's cool. I said, what's your life at? He goes, oh, 36. I'm like, what's my life at? He goes, 38. I'm like, okay. I said, banish 2 for Blaster. He goes, max C. I'm like, okay, fine. He draws 1. I say, armor effect. Detach off of my Drago Sack, which isn't on your field. He goes, okay. I said, armor effect. I attach onto my Blaster. Okay. Attack your Big Eye for game.
That's mean as fuck.
Damn.
Like, he was like, wait, what? And I was like, he goes, can I read it? Which I don't know why he asked me to fucking read it when he didn't read it the first damn time when I popped over his fucking Colossal Fighter. I was fucking ignorant. You know what the damn card does. You're just mad because you fucking lost. So, I don't know.
Remember?
But shit on him.
Yeah, he did extremely well. I'm super proud of him, like for real. Not as like a parent way, but as like a teammate way.
I mean, you got me back into Yu-Gi-Oh! So, that was kind of...
Buster. Buster. Anyways, it was a pretty fun. This was actually a pretty fun event. We were all sleep deprived except for Kelsey, who managed to sleep on the way over. But we were all sleep deprived. Every single one of us in our car. Like every single one of us in our car.
No one slept.
No one slept.
Me and Aaron were hyped the whole way.
Oh yeah.
I didn't eat
Turn up.
I also didn't eat a damn thing till about 12 o'clock that night. Just because I didn't want it to mess with my fucking karma. I said this to Raymond. I was like, I don't want any chocolate. No offense, Raymond. Oh, congratulations, Raymond. By the way.
Raymond.
Raymond,
What's his last name? Alfonso. Raymond Alfonso placed 5th at this regional with water.
Like a real nigga. He beat me. Y'all realize that was one of my losses, and I was mad about that.
Yeah, he's good as fuck.
He's good, but he fucking saw Impure Iron Wall both games and Monster. Fuck man, man. Raymond was like, I'm sorry.
I apologize.
No,
I apologize so many times to the plant guy, the Dragon Plant guy.
I wish I would have seen Raymond's top deck. It was godly.
Monster Reborn?
No, yeah, that play. No, hear me out. Okay, last round, he's playing Spellbooks. It's game 3.
Oh,
I didn't watch the entirety of the match. I just saw this last moment. His opponent has no cards in hand, a Spellbook Tower on board, and Kaiku on board. Raymond goes. Before Raymond draws, he's holding only an infantry, and he has a Tidal and Lind in graveyard, and like 2 other miscellaneous water monsters. That's all he has. He top decks Monster Reborn. Monster Reborn's Turge has the 1 card to get rid of the Kaiku in his hand, infantry. He gets rid of the Kaiku, and then grabs Lin, and then he normal summons Lin, and then banishes 2 for Tidal, and pushes for game. I was like, who are you?
Shit.
You got Tidal too?
Yeah. I was like, who are you? I'm like, how the fuck do you top deck that and have the particular Mermail you have in game to push for exact damage? And he's like, I'm just that good.
Raymond always has Impure Iron Wall.
Raymond, I don't know.
I promise.
But anyways, hey, remember that one round? It was Harpies versus Battle and Boxers. It was just the funniest thing.
Yeah, they were
It was 2 rogue ass funny decks. And they were just like, man.
Alright, so what happened?
Okay,
We're at 25 minutes, so it doesn't even fucking matter. Alright, do you have a... Okay, so I'm the Harpy guy who's trying to cheat, and he's playing with Batting Boxers. Basically, I go Hysteric Party and something else to get 2 on field, and then I overlay for...
0.
It's the
There's
rares.
one over there somewhere.
I don't know. It's the water for wing base.
I can
Okay,
find it.
it's pretty shitty. And dude has a face up blaster and he has a face up blaster and a face down that's unknown, but we find out to be Fossil Dino. So the discrepancy is the guy overlays them, goes into the extra deck, sets it down, and starts calculating the attack would be higher than blaster, and that was his goal. And then dude battling boxer dude starts talking shit, saying that okay, that's fine, because you if you don't get rid of the blaster, I'm just gonna bounce back to him and blow your shit up anyway. So the guy's like, oh yeah. So he goes back in his extra deck and tries to summon a Lightning Chidori, which would be the best way. Chidori summon, send the Fossil Dino, which he didn't know was a Fossil Dino, but that would have won the game. Put it on the bottom and then put that on top of the deck and then tap for game. He misplayed really bad and then tried to. The dude was like, no, you can't do that. You already made your play. And the judge called, and they both got game losses, which was a draw. So it was pretty funny. Yeah, dude was like, I was gonna win anyway, in front of the judge, in front of everybody, the whole crowd. He was like, I was gonna flip this. This was gonna die. I was gonna flip this, blow up his whole field. So normal summon this, special summon blaster for game. It was funny, and that's how it worked.
Yeah, he was mad. He was just like.
That whole judge, that whole ruling and like the resolution of the situation. How the hell it took 2 judges and
It took like the whole.
and the head judge.
It took almost the whole team.
Yeah.
Because they were all the people who were playing fucked up. They were playing wrong.
They didn't keep a track.
The length of them resolving the situation took like 20 minutes. That's retarded.
Anyways, all right, that's Jet and Thomas's post-regional thing. Good job.
Yeah.
Congratulations to both of them.
Yeah, check out our deck profiles for it. I know it's too late, but you should. I mean,
Hey.
it's there.
Hey.
It's there.
It's there.
All right.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
All right, bye.